You know that feeling, right? You tell a story you think is just amazing, and you look over, and the other person's eyes have completely glazed over. Yeah, we've all been there. But what if there was a way to fix that for good? Today, we're going to break down a really simple but incredibly powerful framework called the mental movie. It can turn pretty much any story you tell into an experience they won't forget. Okay, think about this sentence for a second. It was a really stressful meeting. I mean, you've probably said something just like it, maybe even today. You've for sure heard it. And let's be honest, you forgot it almost the second you heard it. So, what's going on here? Why does a statement about a pretty intense emotion like stress just fall so flat? The answer, it turns out, is the key to unlocking some seriously powerful storytelling. The big problem is something called summary language. Words like stressful, fun, or beautiful are really just labels. They're telling us the conclusion, but they're not showing us how we got there. It's like reading the movie poster instead of actually watching the movie. But what if you could basically put a virtual reality headset on your listener? Just make them feel like they are standing right there with you in the room. Well, that's the magic of the mental movie. And it's all built on one super simple idea. You just choose a single, specific, physical detail to anchor your entire story. So how does this little trick work on a brain level? It's actually surprisingly simple. See, our brains process abstract words and sensory information in totally different places. When you use a specific sensory detail, you're forcing the listener's brain to switch gears. It stops just hearing your words and it starts seeing a picture. Just look at the difference here. It was a stressful meeting. That's abstract, it's forgettable. But the room was biting cold? Wow. You can almost feel that, can't you? You can picture the goosebumps, you can feel that sterile air. That one little sensory detail just changes everything. Okay, so let's get official for a second. We're calling this the mental movie. The whole goal is to use one specific physical detail, a smell, a sound, a texture, as an anchor. This little anchor forces the listener's brain to stop processing boring words and start building a whole scene. It is literally the key that unlocks their imagination. And this right here is the core of it all. Describing a stressful meeting is like just telling someone about a video game. But describing the biting cold of the room, that's like putting the VR headset right on them. Suddenly, they're not just a listener anymore. They are in the room with you, feeling exactly what you felt. All right, so you get the why. Now let's get to the how. We're going to break this down into 3 really practical levels so you can start using this like the very next time you tell a story. We'll kick things off with easy mode. We're calling it the temperature check. Then we'll level up to medium mode with the object zoom. And for those of you who want a real challenge, we'll get into challenge mode, the sensory hook. This is a true expert level move. Easy mode is the absolute simplest way to start. Just anchor your story with the temperature of the room. It's a feeling everybody knows. Everybody gets that biting cold of an office where the AC is just blasting. With that one detail, the setting goes from this vague idea to a real tangible place. Ready for medium mode? Okay, so here you pick one inanimate object and you give it a sensory detail. So instead of just saying my boss was drinking water, you zoom in on the sound. I could hear the ice cubes clinking against the glass like little bells. That tiny audio detail says way more about nervousness and tension than the word stressful ever could. Now for the advanced level. And this technique is so powerful, I just want you to remember this number, 2026. This isn't just some cute storytelling trick. Data shows that what we're about to talk about is a huge emerging trend for capturing and keeping people's attention online. It's going to be massive by 2026. This is the sensory hook. You've probably seen this a million times on TikTok or YouTube without even realizing it. It's when a video starts not with words, but with a 2-second close-up sensory action. The sound of water pouring, the sharp click of a pen, someone crumpling a piece of paper. It's a neurological shortcut that just grabs attention before you've even said a single word. It's powerful, it's crazy effective, and it is the future of getting people to listen. So, look at how far we've come. We've gone from a boring, forgettable sentence to a full-on mental movie, all by using these little sensory details. Now let's talk about how you can create your very first one. And here is the single most important takeaway, okay? You do not need to be a novelist. You don't need a whole paragraph of flowery description. All you need is one. One specific sensory detail is the key that unlocks your listener's brain, and it turns your story from a flat summary into a scene they can step right into. So the next time you go to tell a story, just pause for a second. Don't give them a summary, give them the VR headset. Find that one detail, that sound, that smell, that feeling that's going to pull them into the moment with you. So the only question left is, what mental movie are you going to create for them?